Hello everyone and welcome to game number 1 in a series between Happy and Yaws. This is taking place from the Ting Invitational. These are the day 2 games. For those of you guys who are following me and are subscribed to me, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed already, do consider hitting that subscribe button. I am trying to post a crazy number of Warcraft 3 games out there, and well, I hope to continue to do it as long as Warcraft 3 is made. Maybe when Warcraft 4 comes out, I will switch. Not that I am confirming there is a Warcraft 4 because I really don't know anything about it. Anyways, for those of you guys out there who are wondering what happened to the rest of the day 1 games from the Ting Invitational, those games were played using a different replay format using NetEase. So I need to get that set up on my computer before I can watch those replays. All of the information and all of the instructions are in Chinese, and well, luckily I am married to someone who can read Chinese, and that should get set up within the next week or so. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down here. We see Yaws opening up Archmage over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Happy has spawned as the red Undead on the bottom left. An Undead versus human matchup, something that I have not seen in quite some time and something that I am very much looking forward to. Now, what can we expect from this particular series? I do not know for certain. We are going to be looking at a lone acolyte hiding across over here, perhaps trying to get sight on what exactly the Archmage is going to try and do. You can see that there is a scout tower being built as well, and that scout tower is being built in a much more forward position because it wants to be able to get that Death Knight if it tries to get within range. Removing that mana, and also, more importantly, being able to destroy skeletal minions early on is a very, very important factor in this matchup, as we now see the Archmage running out and about to clear out this 3-3-3 creep camp. 3-3-3 creep camp is going to be relatively easy to clear with the additional help of these militia. The militia do have normal attack, essentially dealing as much damage as a footman, just not nearly as much life as they finish off those particular units. Death Knight now going to be coming across here. He does have his Scroll of Town Portal and picked up a Rod of Necromancy. The Rod of Necromancy is going to easily convert this skeleton into 2 skeletal minions, as they are going to try and engage right here. Now what Happy needs to do is to make sure that he doesn't give any free experience to Yaws. That seems to be one of the downsides of this of the skeletal minion strategy, is that they can get taken out relatively quickly, as you saw right there, but Yaws did not get any of that experience. Claws of Attack +6 also on that Archmage right now, but the Death Knight of Happy doing exactly what Happy wants to do, and that is try to prevent Happy, or try to prevent some experience gain on Yawz's Archmage. Archmage now going to be benefiting a little bit here as we see militia being called off to the north. This is a very, very gutsy move. Archmage now still wandering around back and forth here as we see that the Death Knight is attempting to get that last shot off. Meanwhile, Archmage is now sitting at level 2, does have that Brilliance aura, and will have enough mana. Again, as you see, the Death Knight has picked up a very, very big important item right there in that Ring of Protection +2. Actually, I guess not that big of an item, but he did steal a little bit of experience. Meanwhile, the Death Knight is going to continue to get more and more experience here, as Happy is just rushing inside here with all of these skeletal minions, but the skeletal minions are slowly taking a bit of damage as well. Death Knight almost got trapped in that corner there. That would not have been a good position to be in at all, as we now see the Crypt Fiend taking a little bit of damage. Skeletal minion now taken down. 2 skeletal minions are left. And we see a couple of peasants right there as well. The skeletal minions will end up falling to the water elemental. Meanwhile, back over here, the Death Knight now making its way back over, and there goes another skeletal minion. All right, Archmage is probably about 2.5 right now. Oh, wow. Beautiful dodge. I can't believe I saw that. Is Yaws going to do it again? No, he does not. What could have happened right there, if you did not catch it, a peasant purposely was trying to go in between this tree and this gold mine, and had done so successfully once or twice. And the gold mine, a peasant cannot go back into a gold mine if he is already holding gold, but if he attacks the tree or tries to harvest from that tree, he will swap that pack of gold for a little bit of lumber, and then he can do that once more, hide back in that gold mine. I thought Yaws was going to try to do that once more, and if he was able to do that 2 or 3 times, that would just end up allowing a lot of damage to be taken by that Crypt Fiend while not finishing off any units. Forest Troll Trapper, you also see a replenishment potion has been dropped down. Arcane Vault has not been started yet, as Yaws is going for tier 2. Meanwhile, Panda has now been coming in, and Happy is going to be in a very good spot here. A lot of mana on that Panda, and the Arcane Tower is not yet done. Breath of Fire blowing 70 points of damage across multiple units here. Arcane Tower gonna quickly fall at the hands of the Panda and some skeletal minions, and I believe this Arcane Tower will end up getting cancelled. Level 3 now on the Archmage, but it may be too little too late. As you can see, that Panda has just needs one more Breath of Fire across some of these poor peasants here. You see some of that damage is being spread across as the Panda almost gets caught up in the side here. That is going to be a very big deal. Death Knight now down to 118 hit points. Skeletal minions are going to continue to fall. Archmage just sitting at level 3, as we may see a Breath of Fire hit across multiple footmen once more. Plenty of corpses on the ground for the Death Knight and the Panda to use, but no more Rods of Necromancy, which means that what you see is what you get in terms of those skeletal minions. There goes Happy's last skeletal minion right there. Archmage should be considering using that replenishment potion once this battle does come to an end, but the game may already be over by that time. Only 2 or only 1 water elemental currently standing. More peasants and more footmen making their way over. Town Hall is nearly done. It needs a couple more taps from these peasants, as the Panda now down to 106 or 85, 46 hit points. Can the Archmage catch up? And there's a footman right there purposely blocking. Panda falls at level 1, but at what cost? As the Death Knight now going to make its way over and get in some easy damage once more. All right, Death Knight in the bit of a run. Will it be able to get away? Down to 265 hit points. It looks like it will be able to do exactly that. We need to start building a scout tower. As Yaws is looking for that long-term game, he has invested in it very heavily, losing a lot of peasants so far, but the Death Knight looks like it is not yet ready to give up this location. Scout Tower about to be completed. Arcane Tower needs to be upgraded. Peasants and footmen now back over once again. Death Knight now down to 210 hit points and dropping quickly, but the Archmage without Boots of Speed will not be able to catch up. Back at home, Dark Citadel nearing completion. Lich is going to be added in as well, or perhaps just an Orb of Corruption. Slaughterhouse does have obsidian statues, making this fight that much more difficult. Death Knight making its rounds over here. Is he going to keep that Scroll of Town Portal, or is he going to sell it perhaps? Ogre Warrior finally going to get taken down over here. So the Death Knight using this little bit of downtime that he has in order to do a bit of damage. However, you already see Yaws coming in with so many footmen and so many other units. There goes that footman off to the north. It looks as though, yes, 1 footman will get taken down. 2 already taken down now as a water elemental going after Happy's obsidian statue, but that's just going to be free experience. It looked like a little bit of free experience unless the Black Citadel got that final blow. Black Citadel or Nerubian Tower could have stolen that last bit of experience once more, as we're looking at the Panda and the Death Knight both trying to level up. All right, Obsidian Statue still taking a bit of damage. That seems to be the high priority target, as the Destroyer form is still not yet done. Breath of Fire going across multiple footmen right there. And I don't know if I agree with Yaws' particular strategy. Yes, the Obsidian Statue is a very, very high priority target, but should you be investing so much in trying to take down this one Obsidian Statue who's currently at 153 hit points? All right, Obsidian Statue going to be running back once again. We are going to see an Acolyte in position, a second Slaughterhouse trying to be added, as the Slaughterhouse going to be taking a bit of damage, and now we see Orb of Corruption and Frost Nova. Happy is already at tier 3, and Happy does have a almost level 2 Panda and almost level 3 Death Knight, as a couple of water elementals could get taken down here to give that last bit of experience. All right, -5 armor. That water elemental will be dropping relatively fast now. There it goes, level 2 on the Panda. He gets a little bit more mana as the Destroyer form is now upgraded. That Obsidian Statue will be ready to go. back inside the base of Yaws, we see guard towers are now starting to be constructed. Masonry upgrade level 1 now done. Massive number of guard towers by Yaws, and this is going to be a very, very heavy investment in a long-term game. I do not know if Happy will be able to really combat this at all. 45 over 50 supply, but compared to 42 over 48, you assume that each of these guard towers is essentially a 2 supply unit. If it is engaging in a fight, and with so many peasants nearby, they will be able to repair. All Yaws is trying to do right now is buy time by getting these units to try and run and chase after all of these units here. He is buying time to finish off those upgrades. Archmage knows that he needs to hurry back across over here. Are these guard towers going to be completed? Halfway done. Lumber mill, blacksmith, you see guard towers, peasants, massive repairs now underway. Frost Nova coming in, Breath of Fire coming in as well, as we see massive repairs. All right, there is a scroll of the beast for a little bit of bonus damage, and that may actually have a very, very big, profound impact as well. Guard towers are going to be falling here, and wow, the timing on this could not have been any better for Happy. Happy finding that at just the right moment. The peasants are massively trying to repair right now, and a lot of damage is being dealt, but it's not being dealt to those destroyers, as it looks as though another guard tower will fall. That is pretty much going to be the end of that, but the footmen are now going after all the acolytes, and Yaws calls GG. Happy ends up taking game number 1 in this series off of Yaws. If Happy waited another minute, it would have most likely have been a loss for him. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 1 in this series. Please stay tuned for game number 2.